We're going to continue with the latest on keeping those polling places secure for voters. Businesses have also been boarding up their windows in major cities amid concern of potential unrest after the election. Rachel Scott is in Washington with more, where a fence is going up around the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
Robin, good morning. This fence wraps around the entire White House complex. Officials say they will not tolerate violence or unrest, but this morning they are bracing for it.
Count every vote.
This morning, tension on both sides of the aisle as millions head to the polls. At the White House, federal authorities already preparing for election night, erecting a non-scalable fence around the entire perimeter. Businesses in cities across the country anticipating unrest, boarding up their windows.
This is all due to the presidential coming up elections, and we just want to make sure that our clients happy and secure in case anything gets out of hand.
Nearly 100 million Americans have already voted, but as even more voters prepare to cast their ballot today, the president's own words raising fear of voter intimidation.
I'm urging my supporters to go into the polls and watch very carefully, because that's what has to happen. I am urging them to do it.
Sean Rastaster is planning to answer that call in Virginia. Poll watchers there are required to present an authorization signed by their party or candidate.
The poll watcher is trained both by the party and by the election office to do a very specific task. I think a lot of people, when they hear the concept of poll watching, they think that that's something else, that that's just random people showing up at a poll and doing nefarious activities. And that's absolutely not what a poll watcher does. And in Michigan, an open carry state, a judge ruling guns are allowed at polling places, citing the Second Amendment. But that ruling leaving some uneasy.
The fears and concerns that I have are any sort of violence in the polling location in regards to open carrying a weapon, a gun. I think people are just thinking about it.
And a warning, voter intimidation will be taken seriously.
Anyone who intimidates a voter in Michigan by brandishing a firearm is committing a felony, and this is enforceable by Michigan State Police and local law enforcement.
And the nation's oldest voter help hotline says they have received a surge in calls in the final days of this campaign, but no widespread complaints of voter intimidation. Officials say you are more likely to deal with those long lines at the polls, but it's important to remember that if you are in line when the polls close, you still have a right to cast your ballot. You should stay in line. Robin?
That is important to remember. Rachel, thank you. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.